as lost as can be. You don't know me, so come and see the things I do all day. Sing, laugh, and play, writing my story, finding my way. In my head there's so much to explore, doing things I've never done before. So sit back, relax, enjoy the show, and hey, if you like me, maybe I'll do more. Hey guys, I'm Katie. My hair is kind of has a mind of its own today. Well, this week's in my head, there's pretty much only been one thing that's been on my head for the last week. And it has been doing family history work. I know that might seem weird, or what's the point, and everybody has their own opinion. But I've always loved history. It was one of my favorite subjects in schools to learn history and all of the cool things that we can learn from history and how it came to form, whether it was America or just the world or who we are today and our own beliefs. And so my mom is this really good person to go to. She's been going to school for just to do family history work. And I was like, that's cool. And then recently she's been teaching me and my family how to do it. And the first week I was kind of, just kind of skeptical. She kind of just showed us how to sign into the websites on Family Search or Ancestry. But then a week ago, she had us go through our family tree and select a person to work on for the week. And then we'd come back a week later and see the work that we've done. A bunch of my other family members chose a couple people to do, and I was like, because of how skeptical I was about the whole thing, I kind of was like, so I just chose one, and I was like, one should be fine. And I didn't realize how far I'd be able to go with just this one person. I think this one person was my 3 times great aunt or something like that. And I was able to find her children and her children's children all the way down. She was born back in the 1800s, and I was able to follow her family history all the way down to her living descendants. I thought that was really cool. And boy, back then everybody just had kids, dude. I swear every person was just oh yeah, I have 7 children, no big deal. 7 children, no big deal. 10 children, no big deal. I'm like, wow, that's way too many for me to handle. And it was just really cool to be able to find okay, so Family Search and Ancestry, I believe, have made it really easy to find resources that tells this person's life, where they lived, marriage, birth. The census was a pretty good record, kind of showing on a map where this person traveled in their life or where they stayed. Most of the people of the family stayed in the same area. So, if you know just a couple things about the person, it's really easy to tell whether or not the source is correct. When I started with this person, she only had 3 sources. saying that she's a real person type of a thing. But by the end of it, I was able to find 32 sources for her. And I really didn't have to do much of the looking. Ancestry and Family Search have these things, they call them hints, and you pretty much just click on the button, and it'll show a bunch of records that have either the exact name of this person or a similar name with the similar birth dates, death dates, parents type of thing. And so I was really just like going through them, and if everything matched, it was that person. I mean, that's just how simple it actually is to go through and to find your history. And I thought that was really cool. And Luna, come say hi. She's really talkative. Where is she? Hi! Hi, Luna. Yeah. She's losing all of her baby teeth, so she doesn't have very good breath right now. So, yeah, it's really weird. Her teeth are like hanging out sideways, and it's just not, it's not cute. So, anyway, so yeah, that's just the small snippet. That's seriously what I've been doing all week. It has been absorbing my days, just finding more and more stuff about these people. A lot of these people were drafted into the military for World War I. Like, that's how far back it went. And, I'm looking at this, and one of my favorite shows is Downton Abbey. I mean, yeah, that's like in England, and the stuff that I'm researching is mostly in the United States, but it's that same time frame that I was looking at. And so it was really interesting to see, these people were living through these things. Like, many of these people were just farmers or carpenters, like really like hardworking people, just to provide. And and when the wars came around, everyone, like this entire family, every single guy in the family was drafted. And you could see like a couple of them had veterans tombstones and stuff, and that was really cool, especially me being a military wife myself, knowing that it's kind of like in the family. And so, like, I don't know, it was just cool to see that history and know that my family was like making a difference in fighting for our country and our rights, all the way back to the very first World War. And I'm sure if I go back far enough, I'll be able to find stuff for the American Revolution, because I think that'd be really cool. I think anything with the start of our nation, that history, I think we need to go back and look at that ourselves frequently to really understand what our ancestors were thinking when they were trying to put this country together. Like, why did they do that? Why did they think that we could have a free country where people could come and take refuge, where they could live whatever religion they wanted to, whether they believed in God, whether they didn't believe in God, but being able to work together as a community to really make sure that this country works. I think that's the only way that it's going to happen, is if we really support each other and really remember what it means to be an American. And that's just what's been on my mind as I've been going through and doing my family history work. And so yeah, that's it for this week. See you again later. Bye.
In my head, you're as lost as can be. You don't know me, so come and see the things I do all day. Sing, laugh, and play, writing my story, finding my way. In my head there's so much to explore, doing things I've never done.